Hi, this is David Torgerson again, and I've got a market update for the Western Montana real estate market. And for those that don't know about my history, I've been doing this for almost 17 years, 16 years, actually, very close to 17 years. I've helped people buy and sell thousands of homes over that career. I think that I'm uniquely qualified actually to give this information to you from a standpoint of being through a couple of different market cycles and then being able to tell you what is likely going to be happening on the horizon. So we'll just jump right into the graphs and I'll show you what these mean. Here is all of the information. This is, we're just looking at single family. That gives us the best snapshot of what's going on. So if we start looking at the four major areas in Western Montana, with the exception of Bozeman, so we do not go over Bozeman for a simple reason, and it is completely anomalous. It'll throw all of our numbers off. So Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, and Great Falls give a really accurate representation of what's happening. So you can see over here that the prices, so Helena, its average sits at about 460. Kalispell significantly higher at 565. So it's over $100,000 more. Missoula is over $100,000 more than Helena too. Those guys run neck and neck. And then Great Falls is actually, it's very interesting. They're extremely inexpensive in comparison to the rest of Montana. I service the Great Falls area, everybody, just so you know. So if you're selling in Great Falls, we have an amazing listing package that you need to look at. We'll just look at Helena. So the median sales price, of course, we already know is $459. Let's take a look at new listings. All of them are significantly lower. All of them are significantly lower. You can see them about February is when they start really dropping off. And so what that means is that if the inventory is really low, obviously there are fewer homes to choose from. But this is the big one. We want to see what the buyer activity is, and we're going to look at that through pending sales. Buyer activity is declining. The number of pending sales will be influenced by the number of new listings. So what we want to do is we want to see how many pending sales are happening in relation to the number of new listings. So this is just going to take some math real quick. We're just going to add all of these up, and then we're just going to do an average divided by 4. Puts us at an average of 929.75. So we'll call it 930. And then we're going to go down here. I'm going to write that down. Just remember 930, 690 plus 892 plus 932. That's 850 divided by 4. And that's 841. That gives us, over the course of basically a 5-month period, that gives us a delta of 89. And these numbers are continuing to go down. So we are 89 listings fewer than we were up here. So we want to look at pending sales. And pending sales are going to give us a really good idea of what buyer activity really is. So 526 plus 610 plus 714 plus 775 divided by 4. 656. What that means for us, so 78% of all properties are selling. So that means that there are 22% of listings do not sell. 3 years ago, that was unheard of. They're absolutely unheard of. Never would have happened. Not in a million billion years could anybody ever consider or conceive that that would ever happen. So what that's telling us is that buyer activity is starting to taper off. And what that means, if you're looking at selling your home, is that the days of overpricing your house are now over. So you can't do it. There are special homes that will sell for over asking. Those are in very particular areas with very particular criteria. The days of overpricing homes are over. Can't do it unless it's a very, very special home, and you know if you've got a special home or not. We're going to look at days on market. This is also very interesting. So if we go especially to the Kalispell market increase in days on market. Helena is actually seeing a decrease on days on market, which is very interesting. So that is starting to occur since May. We're seeing a decrease. Great Falls is seeing a decrease. So Missoula and Kalispell are seeing basically either flat or steep increase in days on market. So what that also means is that the buyers are telling the sellers that they have reached the point of maximum saturation as far as price. The prices are not going to go up. They're not going to go up. And then we'll look at month supply. This is the biggest indicator. If we go back to January of 2022, you can see here, there wasn't hardly any supply. So we're looking at less than a month in most cases. And then if we fast forward all the way to today, Helena's at 1.7 months of supply, Kalispell at 3.1 months of supply. So the Kalispell market is really, flattening out. The Missoula market at 1.8 months of supply, Great Falls at 0.8. There's still a ton of activity in Great Falls, but you can see here very easily that the market is starting to slow down. If we take this instead of going 3 years out and we go to max, this will also give you a really interesting thing to look at. A normal real estate market ranges anywhere from about 5 to 6 months of inventory. That's kind of a normal market. 3 months is getting pretty aggressive. So this craziness that we have here, that's very anomalous. You can see that it's never occurred anywhere else. It's never occurred anywhere else. All the way back to 2010, it's never occurred anywhere else. So now we're starting to come back to what would be considered normal. In summary, for the Western Montana market, what this means is that the buyers have finally said enough. So the prices have stagnated. Most of the sellers are actually hanging on to their properties because of their low interest rate on their 30-year fixed rate mortgage that they got a couple of years ago, that they do not want to put their house on the market. So they're going to hang on to it unless there is some very valid reason for them to put it up, such as having another kid, a divorce, a job change that takes them to a different area, all of the normal things. So the days of people putting their house on the market because they could just make a pile of money are probably over. And now we're going to return back to what we call a normal real estate market. So I hope that this information is really helpful. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. All my contact information is down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and you'll get notifications of all the new videos that are coming up. We've got tons of information. If you're a real estate agent, I also have coaching videos. And if you're a consumer, or if you're thinking about putting your house on the market and just doing it by yourself, we also have videos for that. So go also to 𝙾𝙤𝙪𝙧. So just type that into your phone, 𝙾𝙤𝙪𝙧, and you'll get a menu of options. We have all sorts of things we offer. We're one of the only people that can guarantee you a cash offer on your home. So if you're in Montana, we can guarantee you a cash offer. If you're in other parts of the country, we can actually guarantee that through a network of people that we work with. So feel free to click that button. And I hope this was helpful. We'll talk very soon.